What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today, it's a new series that I'm starting on this channel, and it's teams to manage in Football Manager 2017. And we're starting off with one of the big guns. We're starting off with Borussia Dortmund. I've got quite a few reasons right now as to why I feel Borussia Dortmund would be a good team to manage in Football Manager 2017. Before we jump into this video though, be sure to hit that like button, comment down below any other teams you'd like to manage in Football Manager 2017. And if you are new around here, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel, but let's jump straight into the video. Okay, so one of the first reasons why I feel like Borussia Dortmund would be a great team to manage in Football Manager 2017 is look at the youth prospects they have. Christian Pulisic, he, set the world alight in the Champions League the other night. Everyone was talking about him. Paslak, the right back, he can play right mid, he can play attacker mid, he can literally play anywhere along that right-hand side. Emre Mor, obviously a new signing for them this summer, shows great prospect and he could go on to be a world-class player. Same can be said for Ousmane Dembélé. He's, probably a bit more further down the line in his development right now, and I feel like his value will be much higher in FM17. He is a great player. He's shown in just pre-season, to be honest, against Man United. He was just tearing defenders apart, and I know it's only pre-season, but when you're shown glimpses of it at just such a young age, it shows great potential for, for the future. Another few players to mention, you've got Julian Weigl. I'm not too sure if I pronounced that right. Obviously, he's a defensive mid and a centre midfielder. Obviously, he's valued quite high for just 19 years of age. He'll be 20, obviously, in Football Manager 2017. And I feel like his value will probably be a bit higher, but he is a great player just to sit in front of that back four. And if you like to play with a defensive mid, you've got one sorted for the next 10, maybe even 15 years right there. Also, Ginter, the centre-back, he can play anywhere really. He can play right-back, he played like defensive mid, he can even play centre-mid if you really want him to. Another great prospect in the Borussia Dortmund ranks. Raphaël Guerreiro, the left-back, not too sure again if I pronounced that name right, but Liverpool were actually interested in him, which shows like the calibre of player that he is. At such a young age, if a lot of the top teams in Europe are after him, Borussia Dortmund have done really well to pull this deal off. Then obviously you've got the return of Mario Götze. We all know about this guy. He'll only be 24 years of age, can you believe it, in FM17. It seems like he's been around for ages, but this guy is still only 24 years of age in real life, and, he's gonna play really well for Borussia Dortmund on Football Manager 2017, in my opinion. Then you've got Marc, obviously signed from Barcelona. A first-choice centre-back, it's got to be said, and he could potentially be Hummels' replacement. Obviously, with Mats Hummels moving to Bayern Munich, this guy could step up to his shoes. Then, obviously, you've got an amazing front line. You've got Aubameyang, you've got André Schürrle, you've got Marco Reus. That front three can just tear teams apart in the Bundesliga. Their squad in Football Manager 2017 is going to be one that you have to try out. However, if you don't like the squad, and there'll probably be, if you do not like the squad, then you've really got to ask questions of yourself. You do have the other option of buying players. You've got 50 million budget. Now, this obviously is going to change in Football Manager 2017, but this is meant to be like an accurate reflection because this is like the updated database. And you've also got near enough 150 grand per week to spend. That can bring you in like £150 million player on big wages, or you can just go and improve the squad, gradually. But look at the players as well that would you'll be able to attract. You've got Riyad Mahrez, Lukaku, who's obviously a Football Manager favourite, always scores goals. You've got Coutinho, Sturridge, Oscar, Cesc Fabregas. You've got Diego Costa. Not that I'd want to buy him. I'm not Diego Costa's biggest fan, to be honest. You've also, you've got a lot of the players from the Premier League, and obviously I've not got all the leagues unlocked, so there'll be a lot more players if you had every single league in Europe, available to you. As for the club's finances, you're probably thinking, well, yes, they've got a big transfer budget, but can they spend it? Yes, they can. Their overall balance is £114 million, and this is probably going to be pretty much mirrored in FM17, as I said, because the database is the updated one. So it's going to be around this mark. Obviously, don't hold me to it, but that is pretty much how it's going to be. So Borussia Dortmund are in great financial, shape. They're in a good place. And one more thing, 90% of the transfer revenue, it's not 100, but it's not like 50%, which a lot of the clubs do end up having. So they're obviously in a good financial position. Another reason why I feel like Dortmund will be a top team to manage is you've got to stop this Bayern Munich dominance. You've not won a league title in 4 years now. And obviously at the end of the season, the first season, it'll be 5 seasons. So if you can, stop this Bayern Munich dominance of 4 back-to-back titles, you've got a real good challenge on your hands. But I do feel like it's really possible with this team that Dortmund have got, and obviously the finances available to them. They can go and even strengthen that when you actually take over as manager. I feel like Dortmund could really challenge Bayern Munich, and not just Bayern Munich. I feel like they could challenge in the Champions League, because obviously they are in the Champions League this season. Last season they weren't. I believe they were in the Europa League. But everyone was saying they're a Champions League quality team playing in the Europa League. So, Dortmund were destined to be in this competition. They've got to the final a few years ago. Unfortunately, lost to Bayern Munich at Wembley. But I feel like Dortmund could really challenge. I know, Real Madrid and Barcelona are obviously going to be the favourites. However, if Real Madrid or Barcelona slip up and it goes to someone else, I feel like Dortmund could be the team to capitalise on that. And if you're the type of manager that likes instant success, I know it's not the biggest of success, but you do have a chance to win the German Super Cup straight away in Football Manager 2017 when you take on Bayern Munich in that competition. And it's a chance just to get a bit of silverware under your belt, so you're not waiting for the first bit of trophy in Football Manager 2017. That is all for this video. They are the reasons why I feel like Borussia Dortmund should be a team that you've got to try out in Football Manager 2017. They're going to be an excellent squad. They've got great finances. They've got great owners back in the club, and they're really going places yet again. I do feel like they can challenge the German title, and I also feel like they can challenge on the European stage. If you have enjoyed, be sure to drop a like on the video, comment down below, and as I said before, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. But thank you all for watching. Until next time, goodbye.